Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. Okay, so I'm going to be going over some of the details that have come forward in regards to this whole Jussie Smollett investigation. There are some weird details that have come forward, and when I initially went live and reported this story, I allowed people to call in. One of my callers was lucky, and a lot of people was mad at some of the things that he said because he thought that some of the things were kind of fishy. And now that some of the details have come out, it appears that this situation is, in fact, very fishy. So I'm going to go on over to one of the reporters in this case and let you guys know the line by line reporting that he did of all of the information that came out about this. And a lot of it does sound very, very fishy. I didn't want to be the person to be like, oh, I'm going to blame him and I'm going to blame the victim. And I'm still not doing that. But it's just some things that we have to take notice to that are a little bit strange in this case. So without further ado, let me go on over to the reporter who reported on this. And let me show you guys all of the details as he was reporting it that happened in this case. There was initial reports that there was surveillance of two men who was in the area of the time that the whole Jussie Smollett incident happened. And it says that the two photos and the community was alerted about it. And then it says, more of the images of the potential persons of interest show them walking in the general area of where Smollett is. It does not show an assault. Also, the quality of the images is not great. Breaking: Chicago police have located a surveillance camera that shows potential persons of interest wanted for questioning for alleged Smollett attack. As Chicago police expand their search for the men who allegedly attacked Jussie Smollett, a spokesperson says this morning there have been no obvious people that could be assailants discovered. Detectives have pored over hundreds of hours of surveillance video. Police responded to the initial call from a man who was with Smollett inside an apartment. He would eventually self-transport to Northwestern Hospital. It says spokesman says, per department policy, officers informed Smollett they were wearing an activated body cameras. He did request the cameras to be turned off. So I guess the police came on the scene. They had their body cameras on, and Jussie Smollett told them to turn their cameras off. Also, when he was attacked or allegedly attacked, he did not go straight to the hospital. He went to his friend's house. He passed up security, and I'm going to get to that later. He passed up security, passed up, help and everything, went to his friend's apartment. They said that they didn't see a noose at first, and then he comes back with it around his neck. So something about this is definitely really, really fishy. Tonight, ABC 7 Chicago has learned Jussie Smollett requesting Chicago police officers to turn off their body cameras as they arrive to take his report. A spokesman said this is not uncommon when officers enter a private residence. Chicago police do not have any video of the assailants and continue to look for surveillance video. In the supplemental interview, he shared that info with the police. Wait. And then it says, to clarify, a dozen Chicago police detectives are working the case. FBI is assisting. At 2:42 a.m., he was still wearing the rope around his neck. The alleged encounter occurred at 2 a.m. Police have the rope and it will be analyzed. So I guess this all happened at 2 o'clock in the morning. So for about close to an hour, he kept it around his neck. It happened at 2 a.m. They called the police, they contacted the police, and it was 2:42 a.m. and he still had it around his neck. Chicago PD says detectives did follow up in supplemental interview with Jussie Smollett, where he did in fact tell police his attackers yelled MAGA country. Additionally, in their initial report, Jussie did not tell police his attackers yelled MAGA country. Chicago police added, I'm not saying it's not true. He could have remembered later, but he did not tell officers that in the initial report. ABC reports Jussie Smollett told the police his attackers concealed their faces and he did not identify attackers by race. So those are some of the step-by-step accounts of the reports as this reporter came up with the information. So what we do know is they found two men that were in the area, but they have no surveillance or no clear indication of an assault. Jussie Smollet went past, hold up, let me find, because I seen on his thing where he said Jussie Smollet passed by the security and he passed by several other people on the way to his whoever this person's house is, the friend's apartment. Hold up, let me go. Okay, hold up, let me try to find that. Okay, here it goes. Okay, so this is where it's like really, really fishy. These parts is where it's really, really fishy. So okay, so right here, let me see. Can y'all? I'm trying to make sure y'all see what I see because it's not the same. Hold up. Okay, so he said, let me clarify. On one camera, the person of interest are seated at a bench across the street. Smollet is seen walking. Smollet is recorded on that different camera walking. The persons of interest are also seen walking, but on the other side of the street. And then it says, police say, can y'all see that? Hold up. Okay. Police say both Smollet and the persons of interest walked out of frame on different cameras. Smollet would reappear on a different camera about a minute later. So basically, for about 60 seconds, Smollet is not on surveillance camera. And then it says, let me bring this down. Detectives used time code from two different cameras to piece together Smollet's movements when he was near them. On one camera, they are seated at a bench. The other camera shows Smollet across the street. And then it says, now the surveillance camera images / video of Smollet and who the police call the potential persons of interest. However, detectives are unable to independently verify the call occurred because Smollet refused to turn over his phone. So he is not turning over his phone in this investigation. And then it says, Jussie Smollet and his music manager, Brandon Moore, told detectives they were on the phone when Smollet was attacked. And then that's where it says, however, detectives are unable to independently verify the call occurred because Smollet refused to turn over his phone. And then it says, let's see. Okay, so basically he got together with his manager, and then they later called the police, and then they refused to give up the phone for the police to investigate. The police cannot verify certain things of the story because they show two men on the street, but they do not show an actual assault. So there is no actual assault that occurred that they can verify. Not saying that it didn't happen, but that they can't verify. When the police got to the scene, they were told to turn their body cameras off and not film, them taking his statement in the investigation. Also, it said that he was told about the MAGA country later. Like he didn't initially report that there was a MAGA hat in MAGA country, and then that came out later. And also it has said that what else did it say? That he passed security. So when he went to go meet with his, allegedly he was attacked, then he went to his manager's apartment. When he went to his manager's apartment, there's building security. He passed the building security, got in an elevator, went up to the floor, and on those reports it said that they did not see the noose around his neck. When he went up there and then came back down, that's when they seen that the noose was around his neck. So it's definitely fishy and definitely very, very strange. Sorry that I was a little bit all over the place, but I was trying to get, like, you know, all of the information that he reported. And yeah, it's crazy. So what do you guys think about this situation? Because to me, I feel like it's fishy. I feel like it's very, very fishy. I don't know why he won't turn over his phone. I don't know why he then went to his friend's house and not called police until 40 minutes later. That time gap is kind of strange to me. So, you know, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's see. Shake my head. Why not provide the phone? Not my place to judge, so I'll wait for the final details. This is strange. Yeah. It's definitely strange to me. It's definitely strange and wow. And Lucky called it. If you guys watch my initial report of this, I had allowed people to call in. And this was before people start coming out with their theories. Now, you know, before all of these details were presented, Lucky called in and he said he thought that this story sounded like he was out trying to, in his words, meet trade, and they came up with this story to cover up with it. I'm not saying he lying, but something is not adding up at all. Like, something is very fishy and it's not adding up. If you guys missed my initial live video, which was, 2 days ago when I covered this, and I let callers call in, definitely listen to what Lucky had to say, and y'all tell me what y'all think about this, because it's definitely, it's very fishy. It's very, very, very fishy. So, yeah, be sure to check that out. Let me see if I could see where he said, okay, wait. Let me see where he said, because he talked about how Jussie Smollet went and he passed up. Okay, here we go right here. Okay, let me show y'all where he talks about how Jussie Smollett went past, you know, the elevator and all that. So right here it shows surveillance. He's showing that there's surveillance. And then it says Smollett would go to an acquaintance home, and that is where the police would arrive to take his report. And then it says, according to investigators, I guess Smollett walks in the building, walks by security, and gets on an elevator. This video is better quality according to detectives, and what appears to be road salt on his sweatshirt. And then it says, the next time Smollett is seen on surveillance camera, he is entering a condo building. Police say he now has a rope around his neck and is wearing it like a tie. About a minute, maybe less, has passed since he was seen on video. And then that's where he clarifies that the people who were the person of interest, they were sitting on a bench and they were across the street from Jussie. So, you know, whatever happened with Jussie, the people that they have a person of interest, they were across the street. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. Ladybug says victim blaming again. And I'm tired. Okay, so this is the thing. I'm tired of this whole victim blaming word being brought around. Like, this victim blaming word is really cringeworthy. If somebody's story is not fucking adding up, it's not adding up. That's not blaming them. It's not adding up. Like, this victim, just like the word clout chaser, like, y'all abuse the word clout chaser and y'all abuse the word victim blaming. If there is something that does not add up, That don't mean that you're blaming them. You trying to figure out what's going on because some parts don't make sense. You know, like that victim blaming word, ooh, that really gets under my skin because people they really be abusing it. Like, y'all, like, oh, I'm just supposed to listen. And if some could happen to you, but some things can also be fabricated as well. So if the story is not adding up, then how is that victim blaming him? If there's reports that show things that contradict his statement, how is that blaming the victim? That don't make sense to me. Like, people really get under my skin with that whole victim blaming crap. Like, if there's parts that don't add up, they don't add up. That don't have nothing to do with blaming him. We just try and figure out why certain things don't add up. Now, if I get attacked at 2 o'clock and then I call the police at 2:42, that's kind of strange. Now, if I get beat up by 2 men, you know, and I didn't want to go there, but if I get beat up by 2 men, they douse me with bleach, they beat me up so bad, I end up in the hospital and all I have is a scratch, that's kind of strange. So when certain things don't add up, that's not victim blaming, that's trying to get to the bottom of the story. So, you know, somebody said his story doesn't add up, so we can ask questions, right? Like, right, like, yeah, somebody said he was attacked, but did it happen how he say it did is the question. Correct. Correct. That's the part that is weird. Like, yeah, we're not, you know, nobody's saying that he wasn't attacked. He does have a mark on his face, but how he's saying that he was attacked is not victim blaming him for his accounts to not add up and us to wonder what is really going on. You know? Let's see. He's a bit off with his details. Why it took so long to call police? 42 minutes. Why prevent police from doing their job? Um, Somebody said, I'm giving this story a side eye. I'm from Florida at 76 degrees. Somebody said, yes, I'm with you, Nique. Why would he do that? Destroy his own good name like that? I mean, if y'all seen Scandal, which Scandal is one of my favorite shows. You know, if y'all watch the show Scandal, y'all would see how certain stuff happens with high level people. They meet up with somebody, they spin the narrative, and sometimes it works and we believe them when it's not necessarily true. And sometimes spinning the narrative, you know, backfires. So it's not to say that he had intentions on, you know, because sometimes when you come up with a story in your head, okay, that sounds good. Like, that sounds like a good story to tell. But then when there is an investigation and people start looking into it, you know, y'all didn't Olivia Pope your way all the way around. So I don't think that he initially intended to ruin his good name. I think that the reason that some details are not adding up is for him trying to protect his good name. And that's why certain things are coming out weird the way they are, you know? So thank you for the donation. Perimeter Music, thank you again. I really do appreciate it. Somebody said, but bleach was thrown in his face. Bleach would irritate the skin and that whole area would be messed up. Someone says, you can clearly see his face is swollen and it's been reported he has fractured ribs. It isn't really victim blaming the issue. Black people simply don't believe black victims. It's not that we don't believe black victims. Like, why are y'all really kill me with that? Like, there's so many victims that we believe. We see it happen. We believe them. We know that they were a victim. We know that, you know, like when, you know, it's so many stories that I could bring to you that we believe them. You know, it's a lot of black victims that we believe and we rally behind and we get behind them. And then there's certain stories that don't add up. Like, it's certain stories that don't add up. There are so many stories in the media that we rally behind because we believe them. You know, like, come on. You know? But somebody said, you don't know what you talk about, girl, bye. Well, girl, buy your way out of my video. How about that? I don't know what I'm talking about, but you listening, so don't, girl, buy your way out of my video. Just like everybody talking mess over my other video. Girl, buy your way out of the video. Shoot. Ew. Thank you so much, Mr. Sergio, for the donation. I really appreciate it. I Facebook Lucky, and I was like, Lucky, I need you on this update. But I don't think he's seen it yet. I don't think Lucky has seen it yet. But I definitely was like, I need you on this update because Lucky called that it was, something suspicious was going on. He called it. He said something in the milk ain't clean and something in the milk ain't clean. So, yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to report that real quick for y'all. I just wanted to report that real quick and I do got tired today. Somebody said Nique got tired today. I do. It's like I be letting certain people say stuff, but then sometimes it just be like, bro, like it'll be like one person. They'll make a comment on one video and they'll attack me, right? Then they'll go on another video and attack me, and another video and attack me. And it's like, bro, why? If you don't like my videos, you don't like what I say, why are you going from video to video to video? Like, don't you know that you're helping me out every time you go to another video of mine? Like, every time you go and watch a video, you're helping me. So if you don't like me, why are you helping me out? Like, why are you helping add to my YouTube journey? Like, that's just crazy to me. That's all. It just be a little weird, but it is what it is. It is what it is, Jussie is falling to Olivia Pope his way out of this. That's funny. Somebody said black people didn't believe Jasmine, doesn't believe the R. Kelly victims, didn't believe black women Cosby molested. And you want to know why that on those 3 stories that people did not believe the victims? Because they had inconsistencies in their story. They had things that did not add up in their stories. So it's not that we don't want to believe them in those 3 that you named. It's because in their stories, there were things that did not add up. So, it is what it is. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this live because y'all gonna have me turned up in this mother, okay? Right, Trent, right. Somebody said just because we black don't mean we gotta be dumb. Right. Like we supposed to just let people pull a wool over our head because we black. Like, what the heck? Y'all done got me hitting my hat off now. Shoot. Y'all got me to hitting my hat off my head. Almost took my whole wig smooth off messing with y'all. Y'all about to have me tossing my wig off on this mother sucker in a minute. Y'all got me turned up in this morning. Y'all about to have, y'all almost had this wig come smooth off. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. All right, y'all. For real. They really gonna have something to talk about. Ooh, did y'all see her on live? Her wig came off. my God. Oh my God. Okay. All right, let me go. Let me go. Thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all like I'm saying, if you're gonna go from video to video to video, hit that subscribe button, man. I appreciate y'all either way it go. Even though like I'm kikiing and everything, like the people who take that amount of time and effort into my videos, I appreciate you, man. Cause like I said, that helps me out. I appreciate y'all, the ones who support me. I really do appreciate y'all. Those who have donated in the chat, thank y'all for supporting my YouTube journey. I really do appreciate y'all. All BS aside, I like to kiki here and there and be goofy, but you know, let's be serious. Those of you, like I said, stop putting in all the hard work though, typing in my name. Just subscribe so my stuff will automatically pop up and we Gucci. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Have a good day. I have to go to work right now, but when I get off work, I'll try to get a couple more videos out to y'all. And then my birthday weekend is starting on Friday. Friday is officially my birthday weekend, so I can't say I'm going to be delivering y'all tea over the weekend because I'm going to be celebrating turning 32 years old. I'm about to be 32 years old. Oh my God, I can't believe it. So, yeah, so my birthday weekend starts on Friday. So I'm going to try to get y'all, which is tomorrow. So I'm going to try to get y'all a couple more videos out today. Because after today, I'm going to be celebrating life because, you understand, a lot of people don't make it to 32. A lot of people don't make it, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you got to celebrate life. So, yeah, I'm going to try to get y'all a few more videos. So, yeah, hit that subscribe button.